Testing 1, 2, 3. 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 It's get back time, yo. I appreciate y'all on the TikTok. I appreciate y'all. Go Bears. I appreciate y'all. Can you guys hear me okay? I appreciate that like. I had to get a new mic. Apparently I broke mine during the let me get Jay set up here. Let me get Nick set up here. My guy, how are you doing? Can you hear me okay, Nick? Let me message him. Oh, wait. That's probably why. Hello, hello. Can you hear me, Nick? That's good. Yo, chat, can we get some feedback? Can you guys hear me okay? Is there any feedback audio? Yo, chat, can we get some feedback? Can you guys hear me okay? Yo, Nick, can you hear me? Oh, that's fine. Cool.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing, testing. Let me see if
I don't hear you.
you don't hear me. Wait. That's why. Now you can. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I just switched over to Mac speakers. I just won't wear headphones. What's up, man?
How are you doing, bro? I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Let me see if everyone can hear you.
No worries. Just so you know, you wrote 12 and 11:30 or 12 and 12:30 on like 3 different posts. So I wasn't sure when to join or not. I was trying to DM you,
my
but
bad. I had you confirmed for 12:30, and then I usually get on beforehand. So I apologize. Little did
no,
I.
you're good, man. Here, let me mess with my lights real quick.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, man?
Bro, how are you doing? How are you doing? I appreciate you being able to join the stream, join the pod, talk a little Bears. We had a little bit of a bye week. Now it's time to get back to business. Bears are 2-2, right? Bears, your camera looks crisp, bro. I like your camera.
Thanks, man.
Your camera looks crisp. Bears are 2-2. How are we feeling? It's kind of like quarter one of the season. We had some ups and downs. We had some ups and downs throughout that first quarter, but I want to get a general feel of how you feeling about the Bears right now. 2-2 heading into a big Commanders game, right? Kind of feels like a rivalry game ever since last season with the whole Jade and Caleb, the Hail Mary rematch. So feels like it's a division rival game in a way in my perspective, but I want to get your just general feeling about the Bears going into week 6 after the bye.
You know, I mean, the Bears are historically bad after the bye. They, are 1-8 over the last 9 seasons. So not a good start, but with that being said, we have a new regime with Ben Johnson. Team's coming off a huge win against Las Vegas. Sometimes, usually with the bye, which last year was the only win, by the way, but 2014 to 2023 was a 9-year span of no wins after the bye. So the Bears are switching things. Caleb definitely shows that he can go out there and get the job done before then. But after the bye, I think this Bears team's different. They have different motivation, different culture. I think they'll be just fine. I think they'll be even more motivated, and especially Tyreek Stevenson, who goes back to Washington, where is a huge shadow over his career. He's going to want to show out against the Commanders.
Yeah, what were your expectations going into the season at this point of the season? We realized we had an early bye when that schedule came out. We had the Vikings, we had the Lions, then we had the Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders, right? Las Vegas Raiders. So what are your expectations going into there? Are you happy with the 2-2? Maybe the circumstances are a little bit different than we expected with that 2-2 kind of journey, but how are you? What was your expectations going into the season? What you thought we were going to be, and how has that kind of shifted to the storyline now?
Oh, I'm so happy about it. 2-2 is great. 500 is already better than what we finished last year. Also, we've been learning how to win. We really could be 3-1 if it wasn't for a few different plays, how they went against Minnesota. But the Bears are learning to win well. They did that against the Cowboys, and they're learning to win ugly. They did it against the Raiders. So they're beating who they should beat. The Cowboys, I mean, even if their defense was a little better, I think the Cowboys would be a lot better team. But 2-2 is great. And also you have good momentum. I mean, it sounds so much better than 1-3. And then you enter that Washington Commanders game with a 2-game winning streak. This is the best way 2-2 looks to me. I'd rather it be 2 games in a row being won than like the first game and the most previous game. I'd rather the Bears have a lot of momentum going forward, and they only have even better news coming out of the bye, especially with supposedly 4 starters returning.
Yeah, I think how the season started, I think we should be happy and quote grateful to kind of be 2-2. I think we expected to lose to the Lions. I thought we had maybe we were drinking the Kool-Aid, had some optimistic, maybe foreshadowing, thought we could beat them with the Ben Johnson rivalry or kind of homecoming game there. But that Minnesota game was kind of tough. Going 0-2 in the division, in my opinion, was a little tough start to the season. But the way we beat the Cowboys, and I know the Cowboys have a bad defense, but their offense is really good. And obviously, CeeDee Lamb went out that game, which was advantage to us. But even without CeeDee these last couple of weeks, I know they tied the Packers, which was NFL ending then ties a whole different story. But so their offense is still really good. Javonte Williams running the ball, so that's a solid win against it's a conference win, right, in the NFC. And the fact that we were able to kind of face some adversity in that Raiders game, the amount of takeaways we had, we obviously should have scored more points. But I'll be happy with 2-2 heading into a Commanders game that is big. It's a Big Time game, could be a playoff implication game looking into late December in January. Before we get into that game, how are you feeling about Caleb Williams throughout the first 4 weeks? Kind of like a rookie season, learning Ben Johnson's offense. How are you feeling about maybe his regression, however you see it as a Bears fan, and kind of seeing him each game every week?
I mean, the progression's definitely there. He's already got better stats through 4 games than he had through eight games last year. And he's got a whole new playbook. His 4th play caller over the last season and a quarter, because he had 3 last year, if you think about it. I think he's been doing great. I mean, like, anyone that hates on him is just looking for something to talk about and try to cause some commotion. But it's proven that Caleb can show up late in games like he did. Shout out to Ben Johnson giving a great pep talk saying, listen, you were built for this moment. And he got the job done there. That's a big learning moment for Caleb because he knows now he can do that in the NFL. And he did it against Pete Carroll, who is a very established coach, knows defense very well, a guy that could have been the Bears head coach if we didn't get Ben Johnson. But Caleb also 3rd in the NFL right now before week 5 with 8 passing touchdowns, one of the best touchdown to interception ratios, not only this season, but also over the last 2 seasons, on pace for over 3,800 passing yards. And that's with 1 bad game in Vegas. If he were to have a better game the upcoming weeks, let's say he has a couple 300-yard games, which he has shown he can do. I mean, shoot, this guy could definitely hit 4,000 passing yards. And he looks a lot more confident than he did last season. That's in a more complex offense. So I think Caleb's doing a great job in progressing super well. And anyone that says he's not is just like nervous about how well he's starting to do, considering all the adversity he's had to go through and playing as well as he is.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of national media voices out there that have been against Caleb day one or been very pessimistic about him as a quarterback. Chris Canty, unsportsmanlike. People like those that like to hate on him, and that guy from the Colin Cowherd show with his backup there, his second stringer back up there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Caleb so far. Week 1, some of the things for me was just kind of like the basics of the accuracy thing when he missed that DJ Moore stuff. You can see him getting more comfortable in the pocket, which is like really cool for me to kind of see. He's not getting that happy feet, jittery feet that we kind of saw in the first couple weeks of the season. The line, like the interceptions are key, like to continue keeping the ball safe. And he did that pretty well last season as well. If it wasn't for like a crazy 2024 like QB class or just offensive class in general, like his stats could have been like argued for like a rookie of the year in any other draft class, right? So he's always been good about keeping the ball safe and secure. That was a bad interception against the Lions, but I am really liking what I'm seeing. He obviously is getting more comfortable with Ben Johnson's offense. I think he's really poised in the pocket, which is nice to see. He's not always he's not trying to resort to running away and breaking the pocket and trying to make these hero plays. He had to do that against the Raiders because our offensive line, which is bad, and we'll get to that in a minute. And that Max Crosby, he's a beast, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from Caleb in that offense. Him and Rome are gelling. Him and Rome's a big kind of storyline for the Bears in the first quarter of this season. Let's talk a little bit of some of the injuries. I haven't had a chance to scroll on Bears Twitter today. I know Tuesday's a kind of a big injury report day, at least to kind of start off that injury report for the beginning of the week. You got players like TJ Edwards, Kyler Gordon, Colston Loveland, Darnell Wright, and Austin Booker possibly able to come back, which are going to be huge for this team, especially on the defense and a depleted secondary. So have you seen anything or heard anything about the Bears' injuries going into the Commanders game to start off the week?
Yeah, so Colston Loveland, Kyler Gordon, and TJ Edwards were limited last week during the Bears bye week during Tuesday's run through, according to Brad Biggs. Good to hear that those guys are progressing. He also talks about a little bit how Austin Booker's return window can now begin, so it can happen at literally any moment right now that it's week 6. So the Bears have the opportunity to go out and maybe activate him. He's probably not going to be ready to go, though, right away. He has been out for a little bit. So he's got to get that, football knowledge back up to speed. Also, this defense has probably become more complex then, so he's got to learn a few things. But just having Austin Booker out there would be big. Grady Jarrett played through that knee injury for a couple of games, but, even though he was out against the Raiders, good rest. He gets 2.5 weeks of rest before the Commanders game. And Darnell Wright, he played against the Dallas Cowboys when he did get that elbow injury, but he did go back in for a little bit. So I saw the Bears looking at it like, listen, we're not going to risk you. We have a lot of ball game left. Like, let's just go out there. Let's play our guys. We'll see what our second-round pick, Ozzie Trapillo, can do. We'll see what our guy, Theo Benedict, can do. This will help out with the left tackle situation, which we saw against the Raiders, where they threw Theo in there at left tackle and Ozzie at right. And I thought they did significantly better than when it was Theo at right tackle and Braxton Jones. But from an injury perspective, it sounds like we're going to be getting a lot of guys back. Even if we don't get all of them, we'll at least get a few pieces. And obviously, there's a total of 13 games left to be played. Bears have a lot of time left. Would rather those guys sit out either if they have to one more game and then play the rest of the season, or if they're ready to go, just get them on as soon as possible, shake the rust off, and let's get this thing going.
Yeah, and talking about that offensive line a little bit, I don't know if it's officially confirmed, but I think it was rumored or it is going to happen. Braxton Jones is getting benched at left tackle for Theo Benedict, which is a very cool storyline. I believe he was undrafted. He's obviously from Canada, but he's been playing his balls off to get to an opportunity to start at left tackle. We drafted Ozzie Trapillo, right? We thought maybe Darnell would swing to left or Ozzie would maybe go to left, but it didn't happen. So what are your thoughts on Braxton Jones? It's weird because I've always been we need to get a better future left tackle. I haven't seen him play terribly bad this season. I know he had some hiccups. I believe it was the Lions where he got bulldozed, but for the most part, he's been pretty decent, more decent than I thought. But what are your thoughts on Theo Benedict getting that start at left tackle, if that's confirmed? I believe I saw something floating around out there about it.
Yeah, it looks like it is confirmed. There was no really hesitation taking Braxton out. He's had given up 2 sacks, 2 penalties, 2 quarterback hits, and 11 total hurries. Like, that's just not acceptable, especially through 4 games in a season. You do the math right there. He's on pace to give up over 50 pressures this season. He's on pace to give up nearly 10 sacks. Too many hits, and that's your blind side. And he's in a contract year. He's coming off a big injury. Like, I get it. It's a good story that he tried so hard to come back, and he worked really hard for it. But Braxton Jones getting sat, and Dan Rochar, our new offensive line coach, who's an absolute pickup. I think it was a great job by Ben Johnson there. he knows ball well with offensive linemen. And if Braxton wasn't able to break old habits, it's just not going to work for the Bears' expectations. So putting Theo out there, I thought he did a really good job. He only gave up 2 pressures during his time against the Raiders, both of them to Max Crosby. He didn't give up any when he was moved over to the left side. That being said, his run blocking was pretty bad on the left side whenever the Bears shot it that way. So I think that Theo definitely was just getting used to where they wanted him to be. I mean, he probably wasn't expecting to play right tackle considering his time at Canada. He was a left tackle and also being back-to-back offensive lineman of the year in British Columbia before he came to the NFL. He played left tackle. So he's at his true natural position now, 6'7", 330 or 24 pounds. Guy's a beast, and he's athletically built. I think he's going to look really comfortable there. We'll find out a lot against the Washington Commanders, who have a decent defensive line. And if he can hold up there, I think that's your answer at left tackle for the next couple of years because he's on an undrafted rookie free agent contract for 3 years. Bears don't have to pay him more than $1 million next year with incentives they might have to, but low cap hit. Braxton Jones would be a huge cap hit. And I like Theo over there at left tackle. He's looked good so far.
Yeah, hopefully that improves the running game a little bit because there's 3 biggest weaknesses of this team so far that I've noticed heading into week 6 that I want to chat about, and it's that run game. Like, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily all on DeAndre Swift. I think it's the offensive line needing to create some more holes for him. His vision is obviously not the best. We've talked about this as Bears fans for a couple of years now. Do you see the Bears maybe possibly, and I know there's a lot of rumors out there, but as teams start to become sellers, you got teams like the Dolphins or the Saints or some other teams that might have some running backs. Do you see the Bears trying to, or do you even want the Bears to invest in some draft capital to get more depth at the running back room? Roshan Johnson just sniffs special teams, doesn't even get any burn to even run the ball. You got one guy who's had some moments that haven't been too bad, just not enough reps. But how do you think the Bears, or do you want the Bears to invest in some capital to get a veteran running back from a different team that might be selling soon?
Yeah, obviously everyone's looking at Hall over in New York right now. I mean, the guy is in his last year of his rookie contract. He could be a good rental. They could get rid of him if it doesn't work out, but he looks really good so far. He's actually one of the league leaders, but the thing is that he's going to sell really high right now. Like, people are going to be asking for third, fourth, multiple fourths. Like, even though Ryan Poles is strategically bad in the 3rd and 4th round, I think that you still need to hold on to those type of picks. He's been getting better every year when it comes to drafting. I mean, all his first rounders so far have hit. Colson Loveland, Darnell Wright, Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, and then Kyler Gordon, when healthy, Jaquan Brisker were his first 2 picks in his first year. Yeah, they were 2nd-round picks. But Poles, this would be an opportunity for him to invest. That being said, I wouldn't get rid of a third. I would maybe give up 2/4 for a guy like Hall, but really depends on the cost. The longer the contract, the better, because then the Bears can have a locked-in guy on a rookie contract for a couple of years. They don't want to give up too much, obviously, and then end up getting rid of him. Kamara, I think it's too old. I think that the Bears would maybe offer a 7th next year, not even this or in 2 years, not even this upcoming draft. There's a lot out there. There's Jamal Williams still in free agency, who played in Ben Johnson's offense during his time with Detroit, had 17 rushing touchdowns with that scheme. It's not the young buck he once was, but he still knows the offense can be an instant plug and play. Sign him for super cheap. The Bears have the money to do it, and they don't have to give up draft capital. I'd rather Chicago focus on drafting a running back next year, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd, or even trade up and get someone like that. So right now I'm leaning no, but if the price is right, you got to go for it, especially with how diminished our running back room is at the moment.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see the reshuffled offensive line, at least on the tackle positions, with Theo Benedict, and maybe if Trapello gets some time this game, if Darnell Wright is not back, and see if that run game can improve a little bit. To see if that's more of a solution, and then just continue giving Swift and Monangai reps with a better improved offensive line. What about the pass rush? I mean, kind of still on the topic of trades. Pass rush has been the other problem of this defense. It's kind of like the obvious obvious weakness of this team outside of the running game. But do you think? I think it's more of a dream than a running back trade. But Trey Hendrick's always been a topic of conversation over this last offseason. Now that the Bengals are really out of
love
it. And Max Crosby, I mean, that would be interested if the Raiders start to become sellers. But how can they continue to try to improve this pass rush? I know we get Austin Booker back. We got a question in the chat: is Shamar Turner, is he active? How can we continue improving this pass rush? Is some options for trades, you think, or have you seen anything on Bears Twitter about that?
Well, we've had an injured Grady Jarrett, which is stunk. I mean, a really good run stopper. Andrew Billings is also rotated in with the twos now, so he's not getting as much help as he got with Javon Dexter last year when Andrew Billings was an absolute unit when it came to stopping the run. But also, Andrew Billings is getting older. So, in regards to that, Shamar Turner, we'll start with the Shamar Turner comment. So, Shamar Turner has been getting reps. He has played in the last 2 games. He's gotten about 15, 20 snaps per game. Hasn't really done much, but he has had recorded 3 tackles, all of them at the line. So when he is in there, so 10% of the time he is making a play. Obviously a rookie, he's a little bit behind, didn't practice at all during the offseason all too much because of a few injuries. Now he's back. He's getting up to speed. I think he could be a really solid addition to this Bears team. Hopefully during the bye, he watched some tape, worked up with Dennis Allen a little bit, goes out there and gets the job done. I did just drop a video literally an hour before this that the Bears are actually linked to Cam Jordan right now. Saints apparently are going to be sellers, and bringing in a 36-year-old 8-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro edge would be pretty sweet. More of a mentor, but he is the third best run defensive edge according to PFF with an 81.8 PFF grade right now. So Bears need him more for the run versus his pass rush ability. He could be a great mentor also to Austin Booker. He knows Dennis Allen's defense. Again, another plug-and-play type guy. Trey Hendrickson would be sweet. I just think that it's too much money, and with what the Bengals are going to want, because they need to do the fastest rebuild ever, considering how much money they have tied up in that offense and nothing on defense. So they're going to want a ton of picks for him in order to draft a couple defensive studs out of college in order to instantly plug and play. But you called out Max Crosby, and as much as I would love it, he's not going anywhere. He's so invested in Las Vegas. I respect him so much for that. If he goes somewhere else, he's not going to be the same energetic player, I think. I mean, he's not going to have that swagger. He owns being a Las Vegas Raider. Also, his cap is really big, and he's going to be a free agent soon anyway. So I don't see the Bears potentially taking the opportunity. They could try to get him in free agency if he ends up actually changing his mind and walking from Las Vegas. But Pete Carroll is going to want to keep a guy like that, especially a veteran in the locker room. So your best bet, in my opinion, is Cam Jordan. Saints are going to be fire sale. But at this point, just let it ride out. Austin Booker comes back. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cam Jordan, that's an interesting news that you just shared, because he is familiar with Dennis Allen. And stopping the run is our final piece of this. Probably one of the biggest weaknesses on this team is stopping the run. If you can't pressure the quarterback, stop the run, and run the ball, not going to have a lot of success long term. So I hope they can kind of explore some type of swing, just at least swing at something to stop the run. I think that's really crucial for the rest of the season. If we can stop the run, maybe our defense can find different ways to blitz and pressure the quarterback for sure. What has been your biggest surprise throughout the first 4 games and more of a positive late?
Ooh, okay. First of all, the play of the offensive line. I know we said that they're not doing too well against the run, but they've given up less than half the sacks that they've given up in the first 8 weeks of the season. So they're on pace right now to give up half the sacks they gave up last year, which honestly, I was like, awesome. Joe Thuney has been a fantastic addition, only allowing 1 pressure so far this year and a total of 1 quarterback hit. And then on top of it, too, Jonah Jackson's actually been doing pretty good since that first game against Minnesota where he struggled. Even though Jonah Jackson is out right now with an unknown injury, we haven't heard too much more on that from Biggs, but hopefully we'll hear more over the next couple of days. Drew Dahlman, I thought, has really improved. Darnell Wright, minus the penalties, has done a great job. So I think the offensive line as a whole is really gelled together. You got to spend money to make money, and we're seeing the results right there, which has helped with Caleb Williams. But the one that's just an easy layup is Rome Odunze. I mean, 5 touchdowns, 4 games. First Bear to do that since Walter Payton did it, according to Fox Sports 1 and ESPN. The guy just looks comfortable out there. He's so young. He's in the second year of his rookie contract. That's your number 9 pick right after Caleb Williams. Where a lot of people are like, oh, we should have gone offensive line. Oh, we should have done something. No, Rome is a legitimate best wide receiver in that class, it looks like, at the moment from a consistency and progression standpoint. I love what Rome's doing. I think that Rome could be a wide receiver 1 over the next couple of years here, even though DJ Moore's on contract for 5 more. But Rome Odunze has been awesome. The rebound of Tyreek Stevenson, the emergence of Tremaine Edmonds. Overall, the team has had guys step up when needed. And again, that's why we're 2-2 and not 0-4. So you've seen progression from the young guys, you've seen progression from the leaders, and that's all that matters. So I'm really impressed mainly by Roma Dunze, though.
Yeah, Roma Dunze is a big one. I love seeing his growth and his relationship with Caleb. That brings a whole awkward conversation about DJ Moore that we've kind of seen around Bears social media and how long he'll be in a Bears uniform. I love DJ, but it obviously seems like something's a little bit off there just from the outsider looking in. Tyreek Stevenson, I got to give him his flowers. Last couple weeks have been huge. Someone that's kind of been ragging on him ever since the end of that Hail Mary game, and rightfully so. He's had moments of hiccups, and we've seen spurts of good play from him, just not on a consistent basis. But him stepping up with Jalen Johnson being out is huge, and I'm really excited to see if he can build upon that success he's had against the Washington Commanders, which I know is going to be a big game from him mentally, just to stay in it and locked in. Talking about that game a little bit. Oh, actually, there's actually one other question. What has been one of your kind of like biggest concerns throughout the first 4 weeks, and quote unquote disappointments in a way? Maybe someone that's not hitting expectations as much as you maybe thought going into the season.
This one kind of makes Bears fans mad when I say it, but Kyler Gordon, like, dude, you gotta stay healthy. He's never completed a season. And we just gave him a 3-year, $40 million extension. And I'm kind of like scratching my head like, yeah, when he plays, he's electric. He had 75 tackles in 13 games last year. That being said, when are you going to play? Like, we're already entering game 5. We haven't even seen you hit the field once. And yeah, he's been limited in practice a few times, but then he tweaks his hamstring again. I'm like, bro, you are a $10 million plus guy now. You need to be out there. We paid you to be out there. And it's been a huge disappointment that he just hasn't found a way to stay healthy. And that kind of reflects on Ryan Poles, too, kind of pulling the trigger too early on contract extensions, because he just gave contract extensions within 48 hours to TJ Edwards and Kyler Gordon, and both of them, they're out for the first couple of games of the season. So that's been my disappointment. I mean, like, you can't blame him, though. It's an injury. I'm happy he's being safe. With that said, Torrey Taylor, I've only seen him have one big punt. And I guess
it was an important punt. Finally, 4th round pick paid off.
Yeah, right. But like, we spent a 4th on you, and I haven't seen those booms that I saw last year until the Raiders game, which again is fine. Like, we want to keep Torrey off the field, but when he is on the field, like, I'm expecting him to be dynamite every time. So I hope it does end up getting better as time goes on, but I'm happy he's not at least punting every other drive. So that's a positive, but when he's out there, he's got to be locked in like he was last year.
Yeah, his hang time, he doesn't do a little backspin with his ball or anything that will kind of make the ball wiggle in someone's favor when he punts it. But I'd have to maybe go with the tight end group a little bit. Colson Loveland being a second round or a first round number 10 pick and not getting as much burn. And then when Cole Kmet has an opportunity to, when he's out against the Oakland Raiders and drops a couple big balls, and then kind of the whole DJ Moore conversation. But let's jump into the Commanders game before you have to get off here, Nick. Do you know anything about the Commanders injury report? I heard some stuff about Scary Terry. He's still on the report. Jaden obviously came back this past game. Any key injuries that you might have been scoped out on Twitter? I haven't been on there that could be advantages for us or matchup problems against us. I should say also.
Terry's a really big one right now. Honestly, Washington has stayed pretty healthy this year, minus Jaden and Terry. Obviously, those are big ones. But, Scary Terry apparently still has been limited or hasn't practiced the last couple of practices. Jaden went out there. Even though he's back from injury, he's still injured, man. Like, one hit, and that could be game over for another couple of weeks for the Washington quarterback. So these are big factors for the Bears. But nothing that is going to be like otherwise majorly impactful at the moment that I've seen. First Washington injury report does come out later this afternoon on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. We'll have to look at that when it ends up happening, but the Bears could get a big boost if there are some big injuries and the Bears get a lot of those guys back. So, Scary Terry is definitely a big one for the Bears, especially with a banged up secondary and no Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, and how are you feeling going into this game? You feeling confident? Like, just give me your general feelings. Nervous about Bears versus Commanders Week 6 Monday Night Football in Washington.
Yeah, I look at that all-time Bears record after the bye, and I'm like, ooh. And the last time we played in a bye game was in Washington on primetime football. I'm like, oof. So the nerves are still a little bit up. Obviously, I don't want the Bears to fall behind 500 again. Ben Johnson said, listen, when we're behind the 8 ball, I'm not happy. And, even when he is above the 8 ball, he isn't happy like we saw in Detroit. But if we were to go back behind 500 again, you might lose some confidence in the guys. Guys might be like, oh, great, here we go again. Mentally, the Bears need to get to 3-2. That's what I'm most nervous about. Because if they get to 3-2, then I think this team's really going to start rolling, especially over the next couple of games. But nervous, definitely in my blood right now.
I feel you there. I think for once, I'm not nervous really about the offense. It's more of the defense and stopping the run. You got Jaden Daniels, run threat quarterback. The running game, they got kind of like a 3 mini kind of head right there with Bill, and then you got Jaquaz Rodriguez, whoever. They got a couple running backs there, and they're no big names, but they get the job done. And they had a big win against the Chargers. Something from a sports setting better side, and kind of what we were nervous about with the Lions games, like they lost big against the Packers week 1, they're going to want to bounce back. But the fact that they won against the Chargers kind of like makes me a little bit less nervous that they're not too desperate. But the running game is what scares me, and being able to keep Jaden Daniels in the pocket and contain him. Hopefully TJ Edwards is back. That would be huge, and hopefully Kyler Gordon. But what would you like to see versus this Commanders game?
Pressure, man. Pressure. I want to see the defensive line come back after the bye week and shut a lot of people up saying, like, all right, we're not as bad as you think we are. And then also stopping the run. We can't have another game because Washington is effective on the ground and in the air. And if, at least with the Raiders, Geno Smith was not effective against us at all in the air. So if we can stop the run and make it strictly an air game and also play like we did against the Raiders and the Cowboys, we're going to be in a lot better shape. So that's what I'm looking for, is how much impact that defensive line can have on the backfield as a whole.
Yeah, I think this is a huge game. I'm not trying to look ahead too much, but let's say we win this game. That's a huge confidence booster for this team. And a lot of the players that are on this team last year who had experienced that Hail Mary debacle. And then you got a nice slate of games coming up. You got right. the Saints, then you got the Ravens, and you got the Bengals and the Giants. So not to look far too ahead, but there's a good stretch where we can go 3-2, 4-1, which would be huge.
Yep.
Do you have score predictions for this game before we wrap it up?
Ooh, man. 28-21 Bears. I think this is going to be a back-to-back touchdown shootout. I think that the teams are going to adjust a lot in the second half. I think there's going to be scoring up front. It's going to be a dull second and third, and then the fourth is going to get electric at the end. But I got Bears winning this one. Ben Johnson, again, does not want to go behind 500 again. I got the Bears 28-21.
I like that. And do you have a bold prediction? So the fun thing with the bold predictions, we do with our guests of the week, we actually bet on them. So 2 weeks ago, we had Chase. I don't know if you've seen Chase, the Bears fan that runs a mile for every point they lose by. He actually specifically said he will predict a Kevin Byard interception. I can't bet the specific person to catch an interception, but I bet Geno Smith throw an interception. Then he said DJ Moore 2 touchdowns. We get a lot of DJ Moore touchdowns in it from our guests. I just don't think that's happening this season with DJ. But a bold prediction could be anything. It could be DeAndre Swift 100 rushing yards, which is kind of bold, but whatever you feel like you might see envisioning for this game. And we're going to put money on it.
And I think that this can be Caleb's first 300-yard passing game this season.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Anything else? We can parlay it up, make it juicy.
300 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, DeAndre Swift, 65+.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to lock that in. Well, Nick, I appreciate your time. Sorry for the confusion in the earlier today with the time there. Yeah, I usually stream a little bit before they get on, but apparently my mic broke during the Ashton Genty 64-yard touchdown run, along with my monitor at the time. I had a lot of money on that game, so we were nervous, especially knowing that we can't stop the run. So definitely appreciate you being on the stream. We'll get all these clips. I'll tag you and everything. Some good content for your pages and stuff also. But I really appreciate your time. Go Bears. Hopefully we get this dub, and we'll definitely love to have you on a stream and a pod in the future for sure.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, man. A lot of fun. Also love the hat. Love the energy. And let's get this win on Monday night.
Dude, I know. We're have a watch party if you want to tune in or say hi. We'll be live.
Gotcha. I'll make sure I try to come around.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you as always. Go Bears and enjoy the rest of your week.
You too, man. See you later. Bye, guys. Bear down.
See you, Nick. I appreciate you. All right, chat. That was Nick from Just Another Year Chicago Bears. That was plenty of fun talking Bears versus Commanders. I apologize again to Nick and also everyone else who thought I was gonna be live at. I gotta get his camera. Yeah, Nick, if you can still hear me, DM me what camera you have because yours was crisp. I got this little Logitech camera. I mean, maybe I have to adjust the settings. Makes me pale. It looks like you got a nice tan in your camera. I apologize again, chat, for being kind of late. I was supposed to be on 30 minutes before the stream. And apologies again to Nick. We had it scheduled for 12:30, but at my post I said 12 because I go on 30 minutes before. But my mic apparently broke during that Ashton Genty crash out. I was prepping stream an hour and a half before, like I always do. Yeah, sorry if there's any audios. Stefan, I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, I appreciate that follow, Janelle, on the Red app. I'm just catching up on some chat here. Yeah, and chat, when I have guests, I don't necessarily respond to every comment in chats when we do have guests, unless it's like, hey, what are your thoughts on Shamar Turner? I did see that in the TikTok chat. So I apologize if you guys been interacting. It's just kind of like a little bit of a distractions when I'm trying to keep conversation fresh with the guest. See you Monday. I appreciate you, Stefan. He was louder, but yeah, apologize for the audio. I literally just hooked up this new mic 3 minutes before I had to log on stream, and then I had Nick DM me if we're getting on. So I was a little flustered there. I had to run out to Best Buy. So I apologize. I was prepping like an hour and a half like I usually do before stream, get all my chat set up so I don't have to stress. And next thing you know, my mic's not working. It's not connected. And I'm like, oh, shoot. That happened during Ashton Genty 64-yard touchdown crash out. But regardless, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me catch up on chat here. How you doing, Colin? I appreciate everyone in the TikTok chat. I did see some. Yo, Lucky Logan, I appreciate that follow. Do you think the Jags are Super Bowl contenders? I don't know about Super Bowl contenders, but contenders for the AFC South to start. The Chicago Bears will have 30. The Commanders will have 21. Okay, I love that energy. I didn't even get half. My editor's going to be tight when he's got to edit the first half of that. Shit was hilarious. Week stay up. I think they could be contenders in the AFC South. Austin. I don't know about the AFC in whole yet. They're a young team. Like it's still kind of they're still trying to get their identity straightened out, and I don't think we know what that is yet. Should I pick Purdy off waivers? I don't know. Mac Jones might be the guy there. Start getting Luther Burden involved more. Lucky Logan says, yeah, that would be huge. So if I sounded weird, chat, if any of that stuff sounded weird, I apologize. Let's scroll on some Bears Twitter right now. Or just NFL Twitter in general, and see if we can react to some clips here. React to some news. Yeah, I got really flustered today, so I apologize, chat. I was stressing. I was speeding. It was pouring rain. So ideally, I would have chatted you guys up and warmed you guys up prior to having the guest on. So not how I like to do things, but let's see here, chat. Let's do a little browser screen share, and then I'm gonna rip some packs. I gotta do some YouTube videos, so I gotta rip some packs. We're gonna rip. I don't even know what episode we're on, chat, for the Chasing It Downtown. I'm gonna rip Pokemon. I got the new Pokemon Mega Evolutions. If there's anyone that likes to rip, I'm gonna rip this booster box for a YouTube video. And then I picked up these Disney Top Chromes that I don't know why I spent $70 on it. I'm just an idiot and not smart and a degenerate. So I'm gonna rip that for another YouTube video because those just came out about a week ago. Anyone in here rip sports or Pokemon cards, chat? So is it so? I don't think I'm gonna be doing, chat, the Why not? Do you rip, Stefan? Y'all going down? Yo, what's good, Low Sports? I appreciate you. How do I sound, chat? All right, I think I sound pretty good. All right. Yeah, chat. I had to get a new monitor. I'm not gonna lie. This one seems a lot crispier than the other one I had. All right, let's see what if we got any NFL news going on here. Oh, anything new? I know there's some Cubs questions in the chat on TikTok. How it roll into next week? Bears got to be on point. Oh yeah, chat. Just so you know, we'll be live for our watch party. Bears versus Commanders. The game's on at 8, I believe. We'll be on at 7. Let's see here, chat. Any bookmarks? Did I bookmark anything? So, chat. I was talking a little bit to this with Nick from Just Another Year Chicago Bears. This new rivalry that we have with the Washington Commanders is epic. I feel like it's kind of like Bears Packers, like an NFC North division game. Anyone else feel like this? The whole Jaden versus Caleb debate, and this is going to be a debate for years to come. It's kind of like Brady versus Manning, Mahomes versus Allen, Mahomes versus Lamar. I feel like it's going to have that type of energy rivalry throughout the course of their career, and I feel like this is going to be a matchup they'll be doing pretty much consistently every single year. Unfortunately, they won game 1 with that Hail Mary, but that was a crazy comeback. If you guys remember that game, that was a crazy comeback. Caleb led at the end of that game. Nothing was going for us in that first half, even up until the third quarter. That fourth quarter comeback, and then Matt Eberflus, obviously, and Tyreek Stevenson fucked that up. But this rivalry has me hyped up. I think I get more excited for this game than I do any other game besides the Bears versus Packers. Caleb versus Jaden part 2. Jaden's got one on us. Monday Night Football. First meeting since the Hail Mary. Bears 2-2, Commanders 3-2. Yo, Chad, this is gonna be a crazy game. I'm super hyped. I feel like this is a very like NFC North rivalry feeling when I saw this on the calendar and when leading up to this week. But put your thoughts in the comments. Is this essentially like a rivalry game, like an NFC North game? Got me hyped up. I want this QB battle to be a storyline for years to come, like it was Brady versus Manning, Mahomes versus Allen, Mahomes versus Lamar, Lamar versus Allen. I want one of those type of quarterback rivalries, and hopefully we can be relevant. I feel very confident in the direction Caleb Williams is going with Ben Johnson. So this will be a very cool storyline for years to come. Put your thoughts in the comments, chat. Bears contenders. What happened to the sweat the bet streams? I don't know, Stephen. I think this is in Washington, no? I was there last year, and I'll be in Cincy. Bro, I'll be in Cincy also. I haven't made that announcement video. That'll get posted later today. But I will be at Cincinnati actually. We'll play them like last 4 seasons. I was at the Thursday Night Football game when Justin Fields and DJ Moore had their career games. I was at that one in Washington. But I believe this one is in Washington. Chat, someone confirm that for me. Look that up, chat. What else did I see? Oh, good question, Colin. The Sweat the Bet streams. I need to catch up on some edits and stuff, to be honest with you, chat. I really want to get those back on the content calendar. The Sweat the Bet streams where I put a high wager bet and we watch it together on Thursday Night Footballs games. I just been super busy, and it's something that I kind of just had to balance and cut off the content calendar for the time being. Just because I was getting overwhelmed, and the videos I was kind of post-producing for that, it was a lot of work to line up the reactions for every play. Let's say I did Patrick Mahomes over passing yards, like to accumulate all those clips and line them up with my reactions. If there's a more efficient way I can figure out how to do that, I definitely will consider it. But for the time being, you know what? Let me try to test that out right now. Good idea. Good idea, chat. Like, why isn't it? Something's not working with my command here. Weird. I gotta go there. I'm going to the Wolves preseason game. Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. We play them like, bro. We need to link at the tailgate. Yeah, I'll be posting. Make sure you follow the IG and the TikTok. I'll be posting kind of my. I'll be going around doing tailgate questions and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going with my pops, Andy. That's stadium number 8 out of 30. If you guys didn't know, I do an NFL stadium tour with my pops where we try to watch a Bears game in every stadium. Last year we went to Arizona. This year we'll be driving to Cincinnati for stadium number 8. So super excited about that. You'll see some videos posted, but yeah, look out for me. I'll be trying to record some content with tailgaters. I got to figure out what tailgate I'm going to, but definitely super excited for that. Let me kind of see how this can go. YouTube TV. Like the issue is, unless they kind of fix this, let me see how this could work. Chat. Is there a game on right now? There's got to be like a baseball game on or something. Right?
Too slow. Yep. All right. If you got to.
I might even get copy. I can't even do this on stream. I'll get copyright. All right, transitioning back. Two straights for Chicago. I'd like to say any. Hell yeah, me and my buddy doing the same thing. We're on 5 together. This is 7 for me. That's awesome, Andy. That's awesome. What stadiums have you been to, bro? Chat, I got a question. Is Justin Fields the problem in New York? Our buddy Fields, we're always kind of rooting for him, right? 4 games so far this season. He's got 754 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 204 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 100 passer rating. People are saying he's not the problem in New York. I don't know, but he's also not the reason why they're winning too, right? I've seen him play a couple times now because I put bets on his rushing yards and I just sweat out that bet. Didn't hit this week. Kind of upset about that, but he's not making any game-changing plays that would help them win, right? He's keeping the ball secured. He did have a couple fumbles this season, I do believe, which always has kind of been his problem. He's the most turnover quarterback dating back to 2021, some shit like that. I don't quite remember that stat, but something along those lines. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But there's some, I see it pop up on my Twitter. Is he the problem in New York? I think the problem is their coaching. I don't think Aaron Glenn's that great of a coach. We saw that when his defense was cheeks in Detroit, and now we're seeing that this year. The turnovers, not just Fields, but like the running backs. If you watch that Monday Night Football game with the Dolphins, like Braylon Allen just fumbled the ball right at the goal line. I think their penalties, they're not disciplined. They have so many penalties. If you thought Darnell Wright was bad at penalties, go watch a Jets game and be grateful that that's not your offensive line. And then the turnovers. I don't think they're playing that well. Quentin Williams, we forgot to ask Nick about that. Could the Bears trade for Quentin Williams? I did see some stuff that he might be on the market if they become sellers. Really just depends on how they're trying to change the direction in the future of that franchise. But yeah, is Justin Fields the problem in New York, chat? Put your thoughts in the comments. I don't think he's doing anything exceptional to help them win, but he's not doing anything to make them lose per se. I think it's a team effort in terms of why they're losing. Not discipline, too many penalties, too many turnovers. But yeah, put your thoughts in the comments. What should Stefan? I'll also be going to the Vikings game November 16th. Oh, that's awesome, Colin. That is awesome. me see what else I have bookmarked here, chat, and then we'll continue scrolling. Oh, yeah, see, I bookmarked a couple of them. We talked about a little bit about this with Nick, chat, but breaking rumor, Cardinals and Bears are teams showing interest in the Saints. Alvin Kamara, a third and a kicker would get it done. The issue here with, and that was October 4th. So if that was before Sunday, I don't think the Cardinals then become buyers because they just fumbled the bag against the Titans. But the issue here with Kamara is it's not the draft capital, it's the contract. I think he's got a big contract on the books, and if the Bears were to trade for him, I don't think the Bears have the cap space to do so. Would definitely be sick to have Alvin Kamara on the team for probably this year and maybe next. You're getting 2 years out of him. So it's not necessarily, you're probably giving, like Nick said, a late round pick, but it is also the salary cap hit that he is going to have. And I don't think we have that cap space at the moment. I think you're running back, like we're talking about, like a Breece Hall, Devon A-Chain. There's some running backs out there probably that as teams start to lose and become sellers that will kind of come up to the table. I hear something about Adam Schefter saying that there might be up to 12 trades before the trade deadline, and we haven't seen any. So that over-under of 12 is a crazy number, and it'd be interesting to see because we always love that drama. But put your thoughts in the comments, chat. Do you want the Bears to trade for Alvin Kamara? Probably low draft capital, big cap hit. Put your thoughts in the comments. How did Minnesota score to the end against the Browns? Right, bro. I was so mad that they won that game. I plan to do an IRL stream at the game. That would be sick, Colin. Would you trade JSN for CD Lamb? My QB is Dak. I'm also 5-0. No, I would not, because CD Lamb is still hurt and JSN is balling. Sally Swift is not a good running back, Daniel says. I'm not putting it all on Swift. Yeah, he's got bad vision, chat, but the offensive line hasn't been the best in the run game for him. Yo, chat, this was wild. Did you guys see this? Did you see this interview? Let me put this on for you. This is crazy. The Cody Parkey double doink.
You knew Cody Parkey wasn't hitting that kick, right? I knew he wasn't hitting that kick. You know what's interesting about that, and I can review. You knew Cody Parkey wasn't hitting that kick, right? I knew he wasn't hitting that kick. You know what's interesting about that, and I can reveal it now, is during the week, my special teams coordinator Dave Phipp came to me, and I'll always remember this. And Cody at the time was hitting everything, 92.3% of his field goals. Oh, I thought you were gonna say post because he had a game like earlier in the year. Well, he did, but yeah. he was in the low 90s, I think, in field goal makes right that season. But anytime a coach burned a timeout, it literally cut in half. Oh my God! And he came to me with this interesting nugget of information. And I was like, we're getting to the end of and Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, he brought him down the field. Was looking brilliant. He's like throwing darts out there on a 2-minute drive, gets him down into field goal range. I'm going, there's no way. I got one timeout left. This is going to come down to a kick. I'm going to test the theory. And I'm replaying this whole thing in my head. And obviously, it's history now, but yeah, bang the timeout because I burned the timeout just before the snap. Yeah. So what do? They snap it, they hold it, and he drilled it. Mm-hmm. But it was a timeout. Yeah. I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. Man. And it went doink, doink.
Chad, why does this happen to the Chicago Bears? Why only the Bears? Not only did we have the double doink, which will go down in crazy wild card playoff ending histories, but their team was so smart and disciplined that they were researching percentages when you call a timeout before Cody Parkey as an individual. Not like NFL kickers. Cody Parkey, his kick percentage went down 50%. 50% when you call a timeout to try to ice him. Like that coaching is amazing. Doug Peterson and his special teams at the time, literally, I think they went on a Super Bowl run that year, didn't they? Like, I'm so convinced the Bears would have went to the Super Bowl that year if it wasn't for the double doink. But the fact, like, all this whole curse that happens to Chicago Bears and the Chicago Bears fans is wild. Just like when Carlos Santos got his kick blocked against the Packers last year, like because the coaches studied, that his kick is low and that he's got a low trajectory, and then next thing you know, the next 3 games he gets his field goals blocked. It's just crazy. This was a super interesting clip from the interview with Pardon My Take and Doug Peterson, but the fact if his special teams coach didn't tell him that information, the Bears might have won a Super Bowl in 2018. Put your thoughts in the comments. Yo, Cub Prods, I appreciate you tuning in, brother. You stay healthy too, Stephen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my guy. I ripped my shirt after that. Yeah, I don't even remember what happened after that. What do you think Flacco gonna do on the Bengals? If Flacco's going to the Bengals, you think, bro? If they were to trade for someone, I think they would have done it already, chat, no? They would have done it already, no? Chat. Let's talk about this quote I saw. Nick talked about it a little bit, the culture change that Ben Johnson's instilling in this team. Look at this quote from Kevin Byard after the win against the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to continue calling them the Oakland Raiders till the day I die, I guess. When Ben Johnson first signed with Chicago, he called Kevin Byard and told me from his time in Detroit, the book on the Bears from other teams around the league was if you keep the game close, the Bears will find a way to mess it up. That's been the story of the Chicago Bears for how many years? We just talked about the double doink. Ben Johnson's pretty much talking about the halftime debacle on Thanksgiving. The fact that this is the story about the Bears across the league. Like, we talk about as outsiders, as fans, as media. Oh, that's the good old Chicago Bears. But, like, I didn't really realize that's how they talk. Like, other coaches and other front offices talk about other teams. I thought there was, like, a respect part. But the fact that Ben Johnson knew this about the Bears, and he's instilling a new culture. That win against the Las Vegas Raiders is a huge step in the right direction of a new culture for Ben Johnson's regime, for this team, this young team, going into the rest of the season. Because if we lose that game against the Raiders, that could have been like Hail Mary repeat kind of impact mentally on this team going forward. But thankfully we didn't. Thankfully Ben Johnson's instilling a new offense, and I'm super excited to see this game against the Commanders. If we beat this team, if we beat the Washington Commanders, chat, oh my God, that's a whole new culture change that this team and this regime is going to be instilling. Put your thoughts in the comments. The Bears have been and are currently the laughing stock of the NFL right now until proving otherwise. But this is just a crazy quote that other teams around the league even say this thing about the Chicago Bears. I thought it was just like the media and fans. I didn't realize like other teams and coaches actually talk about this. Oh, just keep it close. They're going to lose it. Like that's just funny as hell. Put your thoughts in the comments. Yo, what's good? That's it, Cards. Dub Bears, we getting revenge money? I sure hope so, brother. How have you been? How's the card business? Cards are the laughing stock. Bro, I'm about to rip some packs here shortly after we go through some NFL Twitter news. I'm going to rip this Mega Evolution Booster Bundle if you want to stick around. And this Disney Top Chrome Mega Box. Is Jaden 100% back and healthy? Well, he looked pretty solid against the Chargers. Yo, phase up sheet. Yo. I can't even watch the game. Shaking my head. Why not, bro? Why can't you watch the game? You traveling? Ben Johnson's holding people accountable. That's the biggest difference in the last. That's facts. That is facts, Joker's Wild, because Braxton Jones is getting benched, which should have been benched a while ago. We do have a chance, Cubs, but it's gonna be tough. We need to stop the run. If we can't stop the run against this team, a run-heavy team, and Cliff Kingsbury is no idiot. He's not like whoever was Chip Kelly in the Oakland Raiders who just stopped running the ball and let Geno Smith throw 5 interceptions. They're smart there in Washington, so we got to stop the run. If we can stop the run, hopefully the good things lead to after that. Arizona's a laughing stock. The prices for these Mega is crazy. Yo, Joker Wild, do you rip? I picked that up on release day from a local card shop. It was only $200. Market, I think it's $300 on those. I have another one in my sealed collection. Another one coming in, hopefully. Oh, shoot! No wonder you said that, bro. TTZ, I didn't even get the notification. Browns trading QB Joe Flacco and a 6th-round pick to the Bengals. Joe Flacco is just the journeyman king. Is he this era's Ryan Fitzpatrick? Breaking news, chat. Breaking news. Live reacting to that right now. Joe Flacco has been just traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. It's interesting. I don't know. Is he? Whoa, Joe Flacco slinging it to Jamar, chat? Joe Flacco. Is there a connection there, Kevin Stefanski? I don't know if there's a connection. Oh, Zach Taylor. I don't know. Someone tell me the history on Joe Flacco's career, but super interesting trade that we just got breaking news live on stream. Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Put your thoughts in the comments. Is he going to be better off than Jake Browning? Doesn't he need time to learn the offense? Like, I really don't. Why wouldn't they trade for somebody else? Someone younger? I mean, I guess you don't need someone younger when you got Joe Burrow, but they definitely need to invest in a better backup moving forward. They thought that was Jake Browning because he had some solid games last year when Joe Burrow got hurt, but Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Put your thoughts in the comments. Jamar Chase fantasy owners might have a chance. I'm sorry, guys. Loud, crowded at the Wi-Fi. Swiftly, you know the Bears gonna kill. Might have a monster. Let's go. I hope so, brother. I hope so, Stefan. Watch out. NFL Shy is back. Damn, I'm playing Jamar in fantasy this week. I don't know if Flacco's gonna be able to play that quick. Cubs. I had to stop after Team Rocket. I was going broke. I didn't rip too much Destin Rivals. I ripped a couple ETBs and some loose packs. Damn, I'm playing Jamar in fantasy this week. I played Jamar. Yeah, I lost in fantasy too this week, chat. Let's hear. The perfect fantasy lineup. Did anyone have these guys on their fantasy team? I had Rico Dotto, still lost. I'm trying to pick up Ibuka in a trade. Who the hell is RJ Barner? Damn, balled out. Anyone have these guys on their fantasy team? I had Rico Dotto, but still took an L. Oh yeah, chat. This was an interesting. I don't know if you guys heard, but Adam Schefter said earlier today with Unsportsmanlike that he expects that each Monday and Tuesday until the trade deadline, we're likely to see deals adding up to 10 to 12 before the trade deadline on November 4th. We have 10 to 12 trades. The Flacco trade just happened. So there's about 10 more trades that could possibly happen according to Adam Schefter. Will the Bears be in that mix? Will the Chicago Bears be in that mix for trades? Maybe it's a running back. Maybe it's a pass rusher. Maybe it's a defensive tackle like Nick was saying with Cam Jordan from the Saints. Anything to stop the run. That's the most important thing for me right now. We need to stop the run. We can get creative with pass rush. We can get a little bit better in the running game. But stopping the run is key number one for this weakness on this team. Do the Chicago Bears become buyers? Are they going to be a part of these 10 to 12 trades that Adam Schefter is reporting before the trade deadline? Do they trade away someone? Not that we're becoming sellers, but a DJ Moore, a Cole Kmet. Not trying to spice up Bears Twitter, social media right now, but it's a possibility. Put your thoughts in the comments. Should the Bears, will the Bears, who else could be getting traded out of these 10 to 12 trades that Adam Schefter is predicting, chat? You got teams that are becoming sellers. Maybe the Saints, the Browns. Maybe the Browns become sellers. The Dolphins, maybe the Dolphins, the Panthers, they just got to win. There's teams, maybe the Cardinals become sellers if they keep tanking. They're going to be the Giants. The Jets, put your thoughts in the comments. Who is going to get traded? To where will they be traded? Will the Bears be active before the trade deadline? Put your thoughts in the comments. Crosby, I wish. I played two. You played Jonathan Taylor and Chase. GG's for you, Phase Up. Let's continue scrolling for a couple more minutes here, chat, and then I'm going to rip some Pokemon and Disney. We just talked about Austin Booker a little bit with our boy Nick. But the Bears are opening the 21-day practice window for defensive end Austin Booker and Travis Homer. I'm more interested in Austin Booker than Travis Homer, who's a key special teams player, but he had a pretty solid preseason. Then he got hurt. A team that is desperate for a pass rush, something to mix it up, something to give us a little juice. Austin Booker, I'm not saying is quite the solution to give us 3 sacks a game, but maybe it kind of helps the cycle of defensive ends with Dio and Sweat and Dominique Robinson and a couple other these mid to low tier pass rushers, and get Austin Booker in that cycle, in that pass rush kind of circle that they got going on, and see if it can bring us some pressure on the quarterback. We are so desperate. He had a pretty solid preseasons with the 2s and 3s, so we will take anything. I will take anything to have a little bit of an extra burst, bite in the ass for a pass rush. But put your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited for Austin Booker? Is he the key to the success and the problem that we have at pressuring the quarterback, chat? Put your thoughts in the comments. My debate now is, should we have drafted Mikael Williams instead of Colson Loveland? I mean, I think the tight end pick was a luxury pick and a Ben Johnson pick. I would have loved to get a defensive or offensive lineman there, Cubs production. Chase Brown for Quentin Williams trade, PPR. Nah, Chase Brown's been kind of cheeks, not going to lie. How did he do this past week? Trade May, Judkins, and Swift for Dak, Henry, and Kamara. I would want Judkins. Nah, I would keep May, Judkins, and Swift. And Mbuka and Warren for CD. Need some feedback. Why would you trade Mbuka for someone that's hurt, brother? Come on, my guy. You guys are better than that, chat. Would you prioritize? What would you prioritize for the Bears? Running back or defensive end? Maybe secondary help as well. If we're talking like in an off-season defensive end, I don't know if you're gonna get a defensive end before the trade deadline. At least someone who's gonna be like a long-term solution. You might find someone for the rest of the season if you're giving away low draft capital and it's not taking a lot of the cap hit. But I think what's more of a realistic kind of plug in the hole right now and trying to have a quick solution is running back. I just don't know who you're going to get as a pass rusher that's going to help this team before the trade deadline. I think Trey Hendrickson is going to cost a little bit too much. We talked about with Nick from Just Another Year Chicago Bears. Like maybe a defensive tackle to help stop the run is an option. You got Quentin Williams out there with the Jets, the Jets, right? Or the Giants. I don't know. Isn't there like two brothers? Or that's Leonard Williams I was thinking of. No, with the Jets. You got Cam Jordan, like he was talking about with the Saints. Veteran player familiar with Dennis Allen, wouldn't cost much. Going to be a short-term solution for the season. But I think before the trade deadline, if you're going to try to address a weakness, I think running back is probably the easiest. I don't know, the easiest and maybe cheapest. I don't know who you're going to get. You're not going to get a Max Crosby or a Trey Hendrickson, I don't think, unless Ryan Poles is ready to give up a farm for that and thinks he'll have success doing so. So we shall see. We shall see. But good question there. Good question. Yo, I appreciate that follow. I got offered Judkins for Genty. No, Genty's kind of cheeks, bro. I got Genty on my team. He's had a solid couple weeks, but I think Judkins is the guy. All right, chat. Let's scroll a little bit before we get into some Pokemon ribs. The Bengals. Okay, we saw that. Bengals acquire Joe Flacco. Browns new QB2. Anything else that we missed on NFL news today here, chat? guess Joe Flacco wasn't trying to be. Joe Flacco definitely wasn't trying to be a kind of mentor. I think he's made that clear throughout the course of his career the last few years. He's like, I'm just trying to play. I'm not trying to mentor kids. All right, it might be time to rip some packs, chat. All right, chat. Who's ready to rip some packs? I got to do it for a video. How many packs? Do you like to rip? I have to save the NFL Optic for a different time to rip. I'm gonna rip this Mega Evolutions Booster Box Cup Productions. Are you into ripping Pokemon or sports? And then for some reason I decided to buy this Disney Mega Box because I'm a degenerate and think I'm gonna get a Mickey Mouse 1-of-1, which will never happen. But that's what we're about to rip here, chat. Let me reset. Anyone want to stick around for that? And then a friendly reminder, we will be live for Bears versus Commanders, chat. Bears versus Commanders. I will be live for our watch party live stream. Watch party live stream, Bears versus Commanders. I think the game's on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's rip some packs because I'm a degenerate. Yo, I've been really bad with gambling the last couple of days, chat. I need to slow it down. Mega Evolution. We're gonna filter some of this. Product type, cards, and then best match, high to low. Whoo-hoo, we have some heat set. All right, chat. All right, let me change my shirt so we can plug our boys at Planet Euphoria. So give me a second here. All right, chat. Yo, Connor was good, my boy. He says, rip that Disney. That is also going to be on the list, also, my guy. All right, chat. Let me set up my rip settings here. Alrighty. Alrighty. Who's ready to rip? Who's ready to rip? Chat. I'm itching. Chat, I'm gonna integrate some fun stuff in our streams also after games. We're gonna be gambling on some breaks. Crazy. I'm already thinking about it now, chat. All right, I'm getting everything set up here. Share your camera. Allow. These are supposed to be like YouTube videos, not like me live streaming during it. So I'm going to do ultra wide camera. What about if I don't do ultra wide and I just do back camera? All right. Boom. Boom, boom. Baby, I want your body. Boom, boom. All right. I need to get comfy here, chat. It's getting hot and sweaty in here, chat. Who's ready? Who's ready to rip some packs, you degenerates? I got a new mic, chat. You guys didn't hear. Are you going to any Bears games this year, Cubs? Yeah, I'm going to announce it actually today. Breaking news. I'm going to Bears versus Bengals. If you guys didn't know, I do a stadium tour series with my pops. We watch a Bears game in every NFL stadium. This year will be 8 out of 30, and that will be Cincinnati Bengals on November 2nd. What's going on, guys? It's another episode of Bear Down Collects. Reset that. What's going on, guys? It's another episode of Bear Down Collects, and today I'm ripping the new Mega Evolution Booster Box. This came out about a week ago. I procrastinate. We're lucky that we got this rip a week later. But before we get started, we got to plug our boys at Planet Euphoria. The sickest, the freshest, the most comfortable graphic tees in the game. If you use code BEARDOWN at checkout, you get 25% off. Make sure you use the link in the comments in the description below. They have Pokemon, NFL, NBA, MLB, soccer, you name it, they got it. Super cool short shirts. They even got like designs like backyard baseball. If you want Pablo Sanchez, you can get that shirt. A local company to me, hand drawn, hand designed. Use code BEARDOWN at checkout for 25% off. Now let's get to ripping this Mega Evolution Booster Box. I've been itching to rip this. It's been taking me a week to get to this video, but I'm going to show you all the top hits. This set is crazy. We did a couple packs. We hit an Ivysaur, but let me show you the top chase cards we'll be looking for that are worth hundreds of dollars. All right, here we go, chat. As you can see, we want to go after these gold cards, the Mega Lucario, the Mega Gardevoir, in the golds. That's $710. That's $582. That's $322. So there's some heaters in this set, chat. This just came out about a week or so ago. But yeah, let's rip this. A booster box. This is my first time ripping a booster box. I usually keep this kind of stuff sealed, but I got a hold of one. And the trolls in the comments are gonna troll me when I really don't know how many packs. I think it's 20, 10 on each side. But this cost me about $200, chat. The market rate here on these is about 300. So I'm losing at least $100 opening this, if not $200. But let's get ripping. Let me know in the comments if you ripped this set yet, if you hit any of the top chase cards, and if you haven't yet, what is your top chase card? Johnny says 27-17 Bears. Are you referring to against the Commanders, my guy? Barbara Bruce says, hey, how are you doing, dude? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I appreciate everyone tuning into the stream. All right. So we're ripping this. Oh, no. And there goes $200 at least, chat. $200 at least. There's a few chase cards we can hit here, chat. A few chase cards that we can hit. You do get this promo card. You do get the promo card, which mine's cooked at the top right there. Not gonna gem. And probably not gonna be able to sell that. So let's get after this. Make this easy. Make this an easy sweat for me, Pokemon. The Mega Evolution set. The artwork on some of these cards is insane, chat. It's insane. Some of the artworks on these cards. Like, what is this? Alright, anyone who wants the QR code, one in the front. And we're just going to power through these. Have you guys... Oh, this is like a popular one. At least the SIR. It's called like the Trump card. Have you guys ripped this set yet? Diagla. Alright, pack number 1. That was only the first pack, chat. Only the first pack. We're not stressing it out yet. I think my top chase card would have to be the Venusaur, maybe. The Venusaur is kind of sick. The Venusaur is kind of sick, chat. QR code for anyone who wants it. And we got an energy. The Phantasmal Flame chat, I need to get that. That Mega Charizard looks so sick. It's alright, POV, positive only vibes. Positive only vibes. That is pack number... Oh, let's get back into action here. Alright. We haven't hit anything crazy in Pokemon since we ripped that Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. We did hit that Ivysaur in the last video that I have yet to post yet. But can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? We are looking for a $700 gold card here. It's not like terrible, but it's not really good. It's not in the top 8, I'll tell you that. That's not in the top 8. I will tell you that. QR code. We just ripped a $300 market box here, chat. So if we don't make our monies back, I'm so cooked. And I'm laying money on a baseball game tonight. Not terrible. We're starting to heat up here, chat. We're starting to heat up. We're starting to heat up a little bit, all right? I mean, those two cards that we pulled are probably like $1 to $2 cards, but a good sign. It's a good sign that there's opportunities here, chat. There's opportunities. Anyone that wants the QR code, POV, positive, only vibes. Let's get after it. Let me get some fire emojis in the chat. Okay, little intermission here, chat. Little intermission. Try to keep this organized while I'm doing it, but all right, I don't even know what pack number this is. I lost track. Lots of opportunities to be had, though. Lots of packs left here, chat. I will be doing we'll do a sports one on the next stream here, chat. We'll do a sports one on the next stream. I can't rip too much in one day because I gotta fill the itch in a different day. Vulpix. Another EX. Not the best start. Come on, this Lucario artwork has got to get us going here. Anyone who wants that? POV, positive only vibes. Lots of packs to go. We're having fun, chat. Let's put a smile on that face. We're not losing money. We're not losing money today. Ay, ay, ay. We're not losing money today. Boom. A bada bing, bada boom. I wish I could have music, but I would get copyright struck. I would get copyright struck. Come on. I feel a banger. Just kidding. I don't actually. It's alright. Yo, the smell of these are like when you were a kid, chat. When you were a kid and you open up that pack of cards. Alright. Boom. Lots of packs. Not even sweating it, chat. POV. Positive only vibes. I'm getting cooked. I am getting absolutely torched right now. But look how many packs we have left. Look how many. I want the Bulba, Ivy, and Venusaur EX. Joker, I do have the Ivysaur if you want to buy it from me. And I have the Bulbasaur I just got from the bundle. The promo. I pulled the Ivysaur on a different video. I don't think I posted it yet. I did not post it yet, Joker. So if you want it, what I sell it to you for just goes to my RIP fund. I try to recoup some of my losses. But let's see if we can get this Venusaur. Joker's Wild wants us to pull the Venusaur. I wouldn't be mad about that. It's about a $230 card right now. I can't wait till the Phantasmal Flames comes out. Yo, that Mega Charizard is freaking beautiful, chat. How I'm going to get my hand on that product? A little Mega Gardevoir EX. So far, chat, this has been our hits. Probably like $1, $1, and $1. Haven't looked them up. Someone comp those for me in the chat. Someone comp those for me. I'm rooting for you, Jokers. Well, I appreciate you, brother. I'm rooting for me too. That would have been accumulating interest in my sealed collection if I kept it sealed. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Chat, we're doing Disney next. We are doing Disney next for our next video. So boom. Energy. Not too bad. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. But still not what we're looking for. I saved like the reverse hollows. I'm going to make a binder for my little nephews. I don't know if their parents want me to get them into Pokemon because it's going to cost them a lot of money, but it's kind of what I feel like doing for them for Christmas this year. Get him a little binder. I got him into Power Rangers because I gave him an old hoodie from when I was a kid. That was Power Rangers. I'm trying to get him into Batman. All right, chat. We're ripping a $300 Pokemon box here. We're chasing a $700 gold Mega Lucario or a $600 gold Mega Gardevoir. I need some people to put some emojis in the chat to wish me luck here. If you're watching the end of the video, do so also. That's a cool Raikou. Nada. 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 We still got a lot of packs. A lot of packs to be had. A lot of opportunities. I don't know if people actually use these QR codes. Pokemon.com redeem. Oh, I think I saw a little something. I think it was a trainer, not to spoil it, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. I don't even like, as kids, like, how do you even play Pokemon? I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid in terms of playing. Steelix is sick. Yep, called it trainer. Not the top trainer we want either, but better than nothing. POV. The box is just getting juiced for us here, chat. The box is just getting juiced for us. You gotta be careful when you open these puppies because you don't want any whitening. QR code, I don't know if I should just stop doing that. Basic energy. Numo, this is gonna be a long YouTube video. Lily's Determination. I think these go for like $2. I'm gonna put this to the side. I saw a TikTok video about that. Bang! A little banger here. Probably like $1 or $2. Yo, Joker's Wild. Comp these while I pull them. Can you look these up for me, Joker's Wild? See what we're at? You're probably the only one in here right now that knows really anything about Pokemon. So this is what we've pulled so far. I think that's worth something. I think they're about $1 each, whatever we pulled. We pulled about $10 worth of cards out of a $300 box so far. The pull rates on these aren't easy. The hit rates are not easy, chat. We never said this was going to be an easy conquer. I'm at work, sorry. I'm just busting your balls, but I appreciate you, though. But I'm glad I can be your entertainment to get through work. You got another 3 hours. We're going to rip a Disney box next, so I can probably entertain you for the next hour, bro. Glad you are here watching the video with us, though. Oh, you think so? Ooh, I'll have to look it up. The issue is, this stuff is still, the market's still settling on these cards, chat. So if you pull something and it's not something you're trying to chase or you're trying to recoup funds from the ripping the actual product. You gotta sell it now while it's high. Kadabra. Bang! Bang! It's a little banger. It's a little banger. Let me see what this is worth, chat. Oh. Oh, chat! Chat, this is a $15 card right here. The Stoofle? It's a $14 card. And then, let me look up this. I gotta go to page 2. So it's obviously not the biggest hit. And this is a $6 card. All right, this is a $6 card. So we're kind of cooking right now, chat. We're cooking a little bit. Better than nothing. We still got the box is still warming up. She's just getting nice and ready for us, chat. She's getting nice and ready for us. All right, we like to see that. Better than nothing. Hey, I opened up a whole Blooming Waters in a video that I still gotta post. I gotta catch up on these videos, chat. I'm a one-man band. A Blooming Waters I ripped last month, didn't get nothing. So basic energy. Let's get through these, baby. Damn, we got. It's not a big hit, but those are considered hits. Even if it's the EX's, chat, they are considered hits. All right. What is the proper way to open up a Pokemon pack, chat? Bum bitty 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 bum bum. Bum bitty 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 bum. Come on. Come on, baby. This is the pack. I'm feeling it. This is the one. This is the one that they will clip and write stories about, chat. This will go in the history books of Bear Down Collects top hits of 2024. It's a Sparrow. I wasn't completely wrong. Let's look this one up. $6 card. Better than nothing. $6 Sparrow. All right. Starting to add up here, chat. Starting to add up. It's just getting ready for us, chat. It is just getting ready for us. Boom. Bulbasaur. I don't even know half these Pokemon's name. Like, where did these Latios? I don't even know if Latios was in the generation when I was still. Sandshrew. Omega Latios EX. We're getting hits, chat. It's just not the hits we want. So I hope they're not counting that against us in our hit counter here. Although that trainer was $4, Joker's Wild. I just saw it when I was scrolling on the. I got TCG Player up in the background. I don't know if anyone actually goes and watch YouTubers rip and they see that. All right. Spirit Bomb. We're getting stuff here and there, chat, but we just need the jackpot. Give me a jackpot. We're going to go with a Venusaur artwork on this pack, chat. Venusaur artwork. Ooh, How did I get back into like ripping like stuff, chat? Such a degenerate. I used to not rip a lot of stuff. I got to be more disciplined with my gambling, chat. 1-800-GAMBLER. I used to only rip a little bit of stuff, but I've been bored lately. Trying to get my mind off things. Trying to get my mind right, chat. Kadabra. Ninetales. We still got lots of packs. How many packs are in a booster box, Joker? Is it 20 or is it 30? Get ourselves a hold. Yo, chat, we're gonna rip some Evolving Skies on this channel one of these days when I make it, alright? We're gonna rip Evolving Skies. And we're gonna sweat out some Evolving Skies packs. If you guys aren't familiar with Evolving Skies packs are $25, $30 a pack. Because you can hit that Moonbreon. We're going to be there one day. This channel will be there. Be positive, Sam. Stay positive, Sam. Stay positive, Sam. Stay positive. Lots of packs left. Lots of packs left, Sam. Lots of packs left, Sam. Lots of packs left. Boom. Come on. 36 packs? Oh my goodness. This is my first ever booster box. This box is $300 market right now, chat. Abra. I paid $220 after tax. $220 after tax. I have one still in the sealed collection. I got another one coming in the mail, actually. I didn't rip a lot of the black and white set, chat. It just wasn't for me. I didn't resonate with a lot of those Pokemon. I barely resonate with any Pokemon here. Should we rip some 151, chat? 151 would be wild. Basic energy. Come on. I wish we could play music, but YouTube ain't cool like that. I think that would have been my hit. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. POV. POV. I'm not feeling good, chat. I'm not feeling good about this, but someone put some positive vibes in the chat. Someone put some positive vibes in the chat. We'll do a refresher after. No, we'll just keep going. Another of these fuckers? This stinks. Oh, positive vibes. Let's go. Big hit coming. Hey, Connor. All right, let me reassure you guys what we're trying to get here, all right? These are the top chase cards. If you guys are just tuning in, of what we're trying to get. There's a $700 card, 582. Like, any of these top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I could be content with. Considering we already have probably what, $50 worth of hits, maybe. Not any easy moves. So that's what we're currently working with right now. I don't want to take a big loss on this. POV. I think we're due, chat. Like, we haven't had a big Pokemon hit in forever. Like, is that Gengar VMAX that also gemmed Mint 10? Is that going to be, like, our ceiling for the rest of the 2025 year rips, chat? Come on. We need to hit something. Lily's Determination. A Bulbasaur. Alright, starting to get a little bit of a mess here. Big hit incoming. Reach. Organizing this bulk here. Alright, who's excited for the Disney video in their next video? We're doing a Disney Topps Chrome rip. I don't even know what to chase in that, chat. Someone send me a link for that. Top chases in Disney Topps Chrome 2025. Vulpix, Bulbasaur. Come on. Come on. Yo, if I hit this $7, $100 card, I might. People are in the fantasy chat giving me FOMO because I need people are gonna make trades. I try to get some trades done. I need a wide receiver. Execute. If I see the Steelix one more freaking time, I might crash out. All right, chat. It's crunch time. It is crunch time here, chat. Come on, this Venusaur artwork has got to do it. We might have to do a Chips Rips next year, chat. Come on. Another dollar card. If we're lucky. I need gold. I need some gold, or I'm gonna need to be a gold digger. I'm gonna need to find a sugar daddy if I don't get a hit here. $200 this past week of betting, ripping, breaking has not been in my favor. And I didn't even get a chance to go to any shows this weekend. Oh. Do the QR code if there's someone that's randomly watching these. Boom. 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 I've seen this damn card like 29 times today. All right, chat. We have 5 boxes left. 5 packs. We have 5 packs left. Gardevoir, Venusaur, Kangaskhan, Venusaur, Kangaskhan. We're gonna save Gardevoir for last. She's not a duplicate. like I saw on TikTok videos that those things are worth something. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, I just dropped them. Alright, we got a Venusaur. We're down to the last 4 packs. We just ripped a $300 booster box. It cost me $220. Better off keeping this shit sealed, chat. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? You guys know, you know. You guys know, you know. We're gonna go to Kangastan. Where did you say you get your product? I got this at a local card shop, Jokers, while this booster box. Sometimes I get lucky and get it at like Target or whatever, but I got a guy that goes to restocks that also he lives in Colorado. He sells to me some stuff, but I usually keep most of my Pokemon stuff sealed. I try to keep it like 90 to 10%, but this past month it's been more like 90 rip, 10% keep sealed. They're overprinting the last couple sets a lot. I don't know how hard it is to get this stuff now, but is that the Venusaur we wanted, chat? It's not really a connect. I pay him like 85% of market, bro. I'm not getting retail prices. Gardevoir or Venusaur? Let's save Gardevoir for last. 2 packs left, chat. 2 packs left. Second to last pack magic. Second to last pack magic. Last pack magic, chat. Last pack magic. Gardevoir artwork. Will it bring us luck? I got absolutely cooked, chat. I got absolutely cooked. Dun 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 dun. Building up the suspense. Building up the suspense. Here it comes, chat. Here it comes, chat. Is it here? $220 lost, chat. I kept it sealed. That thing is worth $300. I can even look right now. 316, matter of fact. 316. Let's go through a recap. Little EX. Don't mind that. Another EX. Don't mind that. Another EX. Little Spirit Bomb. So off-centered. Another EX. A little Sparrow. That's like $6. This is probably like 50 cents. This is $6. This is, I don't know. Don't mind that. This was like $4. This was 14. That was our biggest hit. Gardevoir, that's probably like $1. Probably like 50 cents. We got cooked. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and tune in to the next Bear Down Collects video. Make sure you follow all socials for Bear Down Collects. Let me know in the comments if you're ripping this set. What's your top chase card? I love y'all. Bear down. Peace. All right, chat. That was for the Pokemon video. That's for the Pokemon video. Do we rip Disney now, chat? Do I rip the Disney Topps Chrome Mega Box, or do I save it for another video and just consider it a unlucky day? What do y'all think in the comments, chat? A lot of bulk here. Lots of bulk. I can't believe I got absolutely torched on that box. Absolutely torched on that box. Do we rip Disney's Top Chrome Mega Box? Let me know in the comments, chat. Let me know in the comments. Disney's Top Chrome Mega Box. I gotta rip it for a video, because if I keep procrastinating that video, it's not gonna be a relevant product anymore. I got cooked, chat. Got absolutely cooked. Let me clean up the area, and then we will do a Disney Topps Chrome Mega. I'm not doing the blaster either. We'll save the blaster for a different video. Trying to put this bulk away. Alright, we're about to rip the Topps Chrome Disney Mega Box. Someone tell me what's the top hits in this. Anyone rip this product yet? Could have bought in a break at $300, chat. I'm back. Did I miss Disney? Kind of know we're about to do Disney next. We're chasing that buzz. We're doing Disney next. I just got cooked on that Pokemon box. Cost me $220. If I kept it sealed, it's worth $315. Got probably $30 worth of cards. Oh, I mean, we do have this. That's like $20, but we got murdered. We got murdered on that box. Lots of bulk. All right, chat. Gonna reset for this next video. I gotta kind of like stage it. These are supposed to be just like solo. What's going on, guys? We're about... Take two. What's going on, guys? We're about to rip the new 2025 Topps Chrome Disney. This came out about a week ago. Cost me $70 at GameStop. Why did I buy this? I have no idea. I saw people rip this, and you can get cool autos, one of ones. And I always felt like I could be that lucky one, which probably won't happen. But $70 later, we're going to rip this. Let's look up the top chase cards. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Planet Euphoria. Make sure you use code BEARDOWN for 25% off. They got Pokemon, they got NFL, NBA, MLB, anime, you name it, they got it. Hand-drawn, hand-designed shirts. These are the coolest shirts, most comfortable shirts, the freshest shirts in the game. Not some cheap, stupid Gildan shirt. Nah. This is comfortable, high-quality stuff. Use code BEARDOWN at checkout. 25% off. The link is in the post description. Now let's get to ripping. What are the top chase cards in this chat? I have no idea. I don't know. But we're going to see if we can find it. Top 2025 Topps Chrome Disney chase cards. You know what I'll do, chat? We're going to go on card ladder. Just to get an idea. Obviously, numbered refractors. Oh, wait. Let me go back to just chatting. I guess not. Can't do that. Okay. We're gonna... We want autos. We want low numbered cards. We want one of ones. I don't even know the last time I ripped Topps Chrome. Probably when I was a kid, when I had WWE. Oh, shoot. I might have to bet on a baseball game tonight, chat, if I don't hit this. All right, we get find 4 exclusive mini diamonds parallels inside every box. Exclusive cards. Find 2 exclusive Zootopia icons inserts inside every box. I know we want like Nemo, we want Mickey, we want Buzz, any of those Disney princesses, low numbered refractors, autos. I don't even know Disney characters, chat. Wow, you get a lot of packs, though. You do get a lot of packs. All right. Chasing Buzz. Connor in the chat says we're chasing Buzz. Get 4 cards. Holy shit, chat. You get a bunch in here. Someone let me know in the comments if you think we hit something, because I've seen videos of these and I can't tell the difference of what's good and what's not. Low numbered refractors. Like Mickey Mouse, anything Mickey Mouse or Moana because it's The Rock. I don't even know Disney characters. We're going to have to learn this together, chat. We're going to have to learn this together. Oh, there's something. That looks cool. Carl. Boom. We got to be careful we don't miss out on any numbered cards here, chat. Ooh, out of 199, Fix It Felix. What movie is he from, chat? Out of 199. Not a bad start, but I hope that's not like our hit already. And Pepita. And I think that's the base. All right, we got a 199. Fix It Flex. What movie is that from, chat? I'm not a big Disney guy. Don't even know why I'm ripping this. Don't even know why it's a $70, but the videos looked fun and cool when it first came out. It also came out when Mega Evolutions came out, so I was just itching to rip everything. Yeah, these kind of like, we need Aladdin type characters. We need the classics, chat. Like Pinocchio. But that's a base. Future Stars Piglet. And Joe Gardner. Who the heck is that? Who the heck is Joe Gardner? Alright, chat. No, I like Miguel. I like Miguel from Coco. Oh. Oh. Simba, base Simba. Kangaroo. Mr. Simi. Who's that from? Snow White? Are the dwarves there? Those dwarves? Alright. Chat, someone help me out in the comments. I don't know these movies. Rule the Evil. Ooh. Samia. That's a debut. That's like a rookie, chat. Isn't that from Moana? Is this numbered? Oh, and we got a refractor. And we got a refractor. Hercules. That's kind of cool. Elsa refractor. That's not bad, chat. I think that's pretty solid. That's like getting a silver. I don't think that's too bad. And then we got a debut. Is this Moana? That was a pretty juice pack. That's a pretty juice pack. Look them up. I'd have to look them up after. I'll look them up at the end. I'll look them up at the end. There's probably not a lot of sales data on that stuff either, though. We'll look them up at the end. But so far, better hits than we had with... We got another debut from Samia. That's got to be Moana, right? Prince Philip. Icons Daisy Duck. Icons Daisy Duck. And an Edna Mode. That's from what's the Incredibles, right? Don't give me all those exclamation points and that attitude, Connor. I gotta organize these in piles. Like if I'm gonna just toss something in bulk that might be worth something. Yo, 1-of-1 sketch would be awesome. Alright, all this colors are getting me excited, but I don't know what it means. Ooh, a Cruz Ramirez. Not numbered. A Pinocchio's. And a Sully. Like getting a Sully like auto would be wild, chat. Would be wild. I might have to rip a video, an NFL one after this. No, I can't. We gotta save it. We gotta save it for next week. Kronk, Grandma Tala. Ooh, a Cruel de Viel. Cruella de Vil. And a Marshmallow. Who the hell is Marshmallow from, chat? Someone's got to help me out on these movies. Oh. Getting them. I know. Let's just get Mickey Mouse, Buzz, Stitch. We got Sully, but it was a base Sully. We got Beast. Ooh, Mike. We got the chicken. Zootopia, insert Judy Hoops. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, no, 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 no. Will I get copyrighted? Alright, Rapunzel. We want like Rapunzel silvers. Oh, a Mickey Mouse refractor. That's not bad, chat. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's like a silver in a sports, I believe. Like this is like a silver in a sports. Oh, and a Minnie Mouse icons. We're pulling some heat, chat. And a bell. Well, look, we gotta look that up, chat. We gotta look those up. Boom. Someone look the Mickey Mouse refractor up. Who the hell is this guy? Rabbit. Ariel. Gotcha. Yeah, we got absolutely cooked on that pack. Mayor Lionheart. Oh, that's from Coco. I like that Disney movie. Mama Coco, Flash, and Christopher Robin. That's from Winnie the Pooh, right? Christopher Robin. All right, chat. Alrighty, chat. Genie. Lady Tremaine. Aladdin from the movie. And then Bucky the Squirrel. 3 packs left, chat. 3 packs left. Chat, I do have a blaster. We might as well just make... There's no way I'm doing another Disney movie. I got a blaster we're also going to rip in this, chat. So not only did this box cost me $70, we're going to rip a $40 box after this. Because I'm actually having fun with this box. Don't know what any of them worth, which is probably why it's fun and less stressful. Ham from Toy Story, chat. Pumbaa from The Lion King. And iconic moments. How's that iconic? I don't even know what movie that's from. We haven't, I almost said NFL debut. We have a debut of Elio Solis. Like a rookie card, I believe, chat. It's like 2 packs left. 2 packs left. But we gotta look up some of these. We'll look up some of them after. Hey, look, it's intern Connor, chat. Funny. Ooh, a moon wine. Who the heck is that? And we have a Leafo. And we got a Loto. She's got to be from Moana. Yep. A debut. Last pack magic out of the mega box. Out of the mega box. Frozone, he's cool. He's cool, people. But I don't think he gets us paid. Who the heck is this guy? Ooh, a Minnie Mouse. It's not numbered, but... And a Kermit the Frog. Alright, chat. We're gonna add this $40 blaster. Overhear it! We're gonna add this $40 blaster to the break, chat! We're gonna add this blaster because I might as well make one full YouTube video of Disney. I'm not gonna make a whole nother edit for another Disney blaster. So we're gonna chase these. Add $40 to the cost tracker. So we're about 70 plus 40 plus tax. We're about $125 in the hole here, chat. Hey, I appreciate that follow. Appreciate those likes. About $130 in the hole. And then we also did a We also did the booster box. I should have grabbed the other one, chat. I should have grabbed the other one. All right. Boom. Add it to the break, chat. We're adding it to the break. The wheel is open. All right. Here's a blaster. Really curious on what some of those ones that we looked up, how much they're worth. Ooh, a little sorcery's apprentice, Mickey. Ooh, we got a buzz. We got a buzz base. Yo, chat. We got yellow. We got yellow or gold, chat. Oh my gosh. We got an NFL debut. We got a flounder. A flounder yellow. Don't know what that means. Someone in the chat help a brother out, but that looks pretty freaking cool. We got some buzz base. That's not a bad one. That's a color match too, chat. That is a pretty beautiful card. I wish it was numbered. I thought we got a true gold or something. Oh, look, it's Stitch, chat. It's Stitch. We got a Wendy Darling refractor. We got a Miko and William. Who the heck is that? First rounder for Max Crosby? Yeah. You probably would have to give a couple of first rounders away. No? We got a refractor in there, I think. A Peter Pan. A Peter Pan refractor. We only got one number card on the last box, chat. I feel like that's kind of cooked. We got another flounder on the back. Right. That's a normal flounder. Three packs left, chat. Only I monetized on YouTube. Doing these videos with. We got a Tinkerbell. Icons. And Mayor Lionheart. Who the heck is that? Two packs left, chat. I've been losing money left and right here, chat. Last pack magic. You're telling me we don't even get a number card in this blaster box? Ooh. Another yellow. We're sweating this out, chat. A genie. Riley. Who the fuck is Riley? All right, chat. We're about to look up the value of some of these next. Got all the busted freaking bulk. Oh, Oh, who the Oh yeah, we got cooked. But let me look up the values of some of the ones I think might be worth something here, chat. All right, I know which ones aren't really. Those are just base of the iconic people. All right. We separated those, chat. Now let me look at the ones. Fix It Felix. Oh, that's from Wreck It Ralph, right? Refractor Peter Pan. We gotta look up Flounder. We gotta look up Mickey. Ursula or Elsa. Where's the numbered one we had? Didn't we get a numbered card? Yeah, didn't we get a number card right out the gate on this? Oh, yeah, that's that one. All right. Let me look it up. Let's start with Mickey. That's the only one that has hope. Is Chips Rips live, chat? All right, 2025 Mickey, 2025. I think it's called the Refractor. Mickey Mouse Refractor. Oh, that's diamonds. All right, this is 16 bucks, chat. Mickey Mouse is $16. Definitely won't gem mint 10 either. All right, let's look up Elsa. Elsa is $4. Elsa is $4. GG's in the chat. Peter Pan Refractor. Number 155. Peter Pan is probably like $2. That's Peter Pan right here. Probably like $2. Let's look Wendy Darling. No, that's out of $2.99. Out of $1.99. Is ours numbered? We can't even get a numbered one, bro. Wendy Darling's probably like $1. Like not even. I don't know. All right, let's look up Riley. Oh, that might be a gold. Oh no, Riley Gold. No, out of 50. If that was out of 50. Not there's not a 50 that has a sale, but not a diamond gold. So we don't know about Riley. Maybe it's like $5. Who knows? Flounder. Out of 50. Why the hell? Or is it yellow? Should I put yellow, chat? Oh, that's why. Flounder is $3, chat. $3. Now I can look up Riley because it's not a gold, it's a yellow. Still doesn't have any sales. Now our numbered Fix It Felix out of 199. The Aqua. A little $14 card, chat. A $14 card. Not terrible. So between that, Mickey, that's 20. Yeah. We took some L's, chat. We took some L's. But put your thoughts in the comments. Have you ripped the new Disney product yet? Glad I donated to GameStop and Topps Chrome. But put your thoughts in the comments. Are you ripping that? Are you chasing a certain card? I love y'all. Bear down. Peace. Chat, that's definitely going to end it for us today. I need to go and do a few things. But I appreciate everyone tuning into the stream today. I appreciate Nick from Just Another Year at Chicago Bears for tuning in today. I appreciate all the love and support. We'll be live for Bears versus Commanders Monday Night Football. That will be fun. So I appreciate all the love and support. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I love y'all. Bear down. Peace.